My stepsister pranked me for years and destroyed my biggest college interview, so I made sure she got rejected from every school. When my dad married Tina 3 years ago, I was actually excited to have a stepsister my age since I'd been an only child forever. Madison seemed cool at first. We were both juniors in high school and liked the same music and shows. For the first few months, we actually hung out like real sisters, sharing clothes and staying up late talking about guys at school. I thought I'd gotten lucky with the whole blended family thing. Then Madison discovered she was funny. It started with stupid stuff like putting salt in the sugar container before I made coffee for my AP study group. Everyone spit out their drinks and I looked like an idiot who couldn't make basic coffee. Madison laughed about it for days, saying it was just a harmless prank, and I needed to lighten up. My dad and Tina thought it was hilarious that the girls were bonding through jokes. Next, she started hiding my stuff right before I needed it. My calculator before math tests, my car keys when I had work, my laptop charger when assignments were due. She'd always return them after I was late or stressed out, laughing about how frantic I got. When I complained, Tina said Madison was just being playful, and I should learn to keep better track of my things. The pranks got meaner, but stayed just believable enough as accidents. She'd set my alarm to go off 2 hours late on test days, then claim she was just trying to let me sleep in. She'd delete shows from my DVR and say the system must have glitched. She put hair removal cream in my conditioner bottle the night before picture day, and thank God I smelled it first. Madison said she'd mixed up the bottles by accident, and everyone believed her. Senior year was when everything mattered for college, and Madison knew it. She started small by changing my Wi-Fi password the night before my early admission essay was due. I had to drive to a coffee shop at midnight to submit it on time. Then she signed me up for military recruitment with my real phone number and email. I got calls during my Harvard interview and had to apologize repeatedly while trying to silence my phone. The recruiter actually showed up at our school looking for me during my Yale interview with the visiting admissions officer. But the worst was what she did with my art portfolio. I was applying to design programs and had spent months perfecting my portfolio pieces. The night before my biggest interview at the Art Institute downtown, Madison replaced all my work with terrible copies she'd made. Not obvious enough that I'd notice in my portfolio case, but bad enough that when I pulled them out at the interview, I looked insane. Stick figures instead of my portraits, finger painting instead of my watercolors. The interviewers thought I was either joking or disturbed. Madison had kept my real work hidden in her closet and gave it back after, laughing about how I should have double-checked my materials. That was it. Madison had ruined my chances at 3 dream schools and thought it was comedy gold, so I decided her senior year needed some adjustments. First, I became the helpful stepsister. I offered to review all her college applications before she submitted them. Then I helped her set up autosave on her computer to back up every 30 seconds to the cloud. What she didn't know was I had access to that cloud. I started small with her essays. Nothing obvious, just changing a word here and there. I want to help people became I want to help myself. Working with children inspired me became working with children exhausted me. Her recommendation request letters had tiny adjustments too. I hope you can speak to my dedication became I hope you can speak to my medication. She submitted everything without noticing. Then came the interviews. I helpfully suggested she wear her lucky perfume to calm her nerves. What she didn't know was I'd replaced it with liquid ass spray diluted just enough that she couldn't smell it on herself, but everyone else definitely could. Her Princeton interviewer cut their meeting short. Her Stanford interviewer conducted the rest over video call from another room. For her Cornell interview, I set every clock in the house forward an hour except hers. She showed up 60 minutes late to find the interviewer gone. When she tried to reschedule, they said they didn't accommodate students who couldn't manage basic punctuality. The rejection letters started rolling in by spring, every single one. Madison couldn't understand what went wrong since her grades were perfect. Tina hired a college counselor to review everything, and they found all the errors in her applications. Madison swore she didn't write those things, but who else had access to her computer? She accused me, but I'd been at work whenever the changes were saved according to the timestamps. She had to take a gap year and reapply to safety schools. She goes to community college now while I'm thriving at my second choice school that thankfully didn't require an in-person interview. Guess pranks aren't so harmless after all.